My big brother, Dr. Nyenty, has to actually tell us what in 43 years in terms of accomplishments that our president has made, that he needs another 7 years, and whether we've enjoyed the dividends of this so-called democracy that he has talked about.
Now let's take the educational sector. In 1982, when the president came, there was only one state university in Cameroon. Today, in 2025, there are 11 state universities. Basic education, in 1982, there were less than 10,000 primary and nursery primary government schools in Cameroon. Today, we have over 19,000. Life expectancy in 1982 was 52 years. Today, life expectancy is 62 years. Electricity supply, in 1982, we had less than 1,000 megawatts of electricity. Today in Cameroon is over 1,850 plus megawatts. In road infrastructure, in 1982, there were 55,000 paved roads in Cameroon. Today we have 121,873 kilometers of paved roads. Now for the tarred roads in 1982, we have just 1,000 kilometers of tarred roads in Cameroon. Today, we have 10,000 kilometers of tarred roads in this country. Is Cameroon a bed of roses? Certainly no. Is everything fine in Cameroon? Definitely not. But of course, we must be objective to say there has been massive...
In that objectivity that you're calling for, Doctor, in that objectivity you're calling for, you only mentioned 11 tertiary institutions in 42 years. And it just really shows what, our guest here in the studio, Kathleen, is talking about. As you are also calling all this infrastructure, which, compared for 42 years, seems to be, minuscule at this point. I have to also ask about the autonomy of institutions. The judiciary, the electoral bodies, and most importantly, the Fourth Estate. Has Bia's rule at this point have aided these institutions to be autonomous?
Cameroon operates under the institutional framework or paradigm of Montesquieu, which talks about the division of powers, separation of powers, the executive, the judiciary, and of course the legislature. Section 37 of the Cameroonian constitution is very clear that the judiciary is independent of the executive and of the legislative bodies. So you see that judiciary operates separately. It is true that by virtue of institutional checks and balances, the President of the Republic ensures the independence of the judiciary as the institutional head and representative of state apparatus. But in terms of practical operational functioning, the judiciary in Cameroon is autonomous and is independent.
All of these institutions, the judiciary, the military, the electoral body, every single one of them is dictated, appointed, everybody appointed there is done by the president. They have the yam, they have the knife, and they control how that works. Tell me how a population is supposed to function under such state capture.
It's really laughable, isn't it? It's really laughable to see very smart and intelligent people. You assume they are, right? Come on air and say things that makes you wonder if they really deserve to be called the title they are being called with. He is being called Dr. Nyenty, Ashu Nyenty. Does he really deserve to be called a doctor? Is he really educated as one might think he is? And if so, was it really true education? He gave figures. Yes, we didn't have this number in 1982, and after, 43 years, we now have this number. We didn't have this, we now had this. That is true. But as compared to which country? Have you looked through other countries in Asia which were at the same position or even below us in 1982? Have you seen where they are now? Have you? Most countries which were at the same point or at the same level of development, like countries in Africa in 1982, have outgrown us. They're far gone. There is no way we can compare with them. No way. And you see someone like Ashu Nyenty come on air and said that, well, we should be grateful because so much has been done from 1982 to 2025. Where is the light he talks about? Where is it? We have to ask ourselves, where is the light? Where are the paved roads? Because if you just go online and Google Cameroon, you will see that everywhere is just potholes. So where are all the roads? Do we really have those roads like in real or just on paper? Because sometimes these figures might just be on paper, but in reality, it might be something different. So my question now is, do we really have all these roads for real or just on paper? I'm just asking. You know, I told you before that there was a popular program called Press Hour on CRTV, that's the Cameroon National Television. And there was this popular politician who was there. And the way he talked about things made me doubt my own mental faculty, made me doubt if my senses were still okay, or maybe I might be suffering from some issues and I might be living in a reality that was totally different from his. The way he said things, I was like, wow, wow. Am I really blind or what? Or can I not see things for what they are? I was confused. Honestly, I was confused. I was confused. He was speaking as Ashu Nyenty is saying here. I mean, Dr. Ashu Nyenty, as they call him. The same. You know, sometimes we expect people like journalists to tell us the truth, to be factual, to be objective, and to be honest in their analysis. But if someone comes on air and tells you things that made your head spin, if someone came on air and all what they said was totally different from what you saw in real life, then you begin to doubt yourself, isn't it? You're going to wonder that who among the two of you is the fool, or is the liar, or is the one losing their senses? Any rational person would ask themselves those questions. Is he lying, or am I blind? Is he just spreading malicious lies, or am I being biased? If all what he said were totally different from your own take on reality, then who is right and who is wrong? Well, I need not answer that for you. All you need to do is just, if you're not in Cameroon, just go online. Thank God we have the internet. And like most people will tell you, the internet has almost every single thing you can think of. So you can just Research for yourself. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, but you be the judge of that. You be the judge of that. This is one of the reasons why people have lost all credibility in journalists, especially the ones in Africa. Because you expect them to tell the truth, but that's too much to ask from them. That's just too much to ask from them. It's rather unfortunate, honestly. And as someone from Africa, this makes me sad. It really does make me sad. But anyway, to you guys out there, share your own opinion with us in the comment section below. After hearing what Dr. Ashu Nyenty said about how things have just kept on progressing thanks to the head of state's efforts and dedication and goodwill towards the people, what do you have to say? Is he just exaggerating everything? Or maybe he is right and somehow people who are criticizing him are just being biased or blindsided or just outright refusing to admit the truth. Tell us what you think in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. Please don't forget to like the video, don't forget to share the video. Tell a friend or two about this platform, because we are trying to get our content in front of a wider audience, and we believe that your love and support will get us there really quickly. And we shall appreciate every single help that we get from you. Remember, no help is too small. Don't forget that.